Hey everyone, and welcome to our SIG release meeting for this week. So this is the first meeting after KubeCon, so I really hope that you had a great KubeCon and maybe also a great Easter break. As every time this meeting adheres to the CNCF Code of Conduct, which basically boils down to be excellent to each other. As usual, we would like to welcome any new members or attendees. So do we have anyone on the call who would like to introduce themselves? All right. So then we can jump directly over to the subproject updates for release engineering. Marco, do you want to provide us an update on the release engineering parts?
Yes, thank you. Speaking of patch releases, the first thing is that patch releases are in 2 weeks from now on 17 April, and with that the cherry pick deadline is on 12th April. We will likely start having cherry picks beginning of the next week, as usual, 1 week before the cherry pick deadline. If there's anything urgent to get merged, you can let us know, but you in general don't have to worry. We plan on getting back to all your cherry picks that satisfy the cherry pick criteria. This is being HDM approved and all tests passing. Speaking of the action items, the website needs to be updated with March patch releases. We missed this, and if you want to work on that, please feel free to take on that. Otherwise, I can also do it, but it is something that a nice task to pick if you would like to give this a try. Okay, you can let me know in Slack. Speaking of OBS packages, so I would like to ramp up the work on OBS part again, at least a little bit. And I am planning to do some road mapping for OBS CLI in the coming days. This is mostly going to include some sort of mini proposal. What do we expect? And what has been done so far? What do we need to do? I will try to create issues for all the work so folks can pick it up and work on it. Nitish reached out to me that he's interested to pick up again on this. So this would definitely help. I hope that I will have some time for this week and next week as well. And aside from that, I am planning to check if we are all set for the upcoming V1.30 release to make sure that we have all the projects and packages in place, which I think that should be done, but double checking and making sure that everything is in place is definitely nice to do before a minor release. Supply chain security, I'm not sure if we have any updates, and we don't have Adolfo here. Sasha, do you maybe have some idea if there are any news?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we have an update on that.
Okay. As of artifact validations, the survey has been launched just before KubeCon. Not the most fortunate timing, but we launch it. It's the great thing. The survey is going to run until end of April, so please take a look and fill it. So far, we have only 8 responses, which is not a lot. We hoped for many more responses. We have SIG contribux comms working on official social media posts, and I hope that those are going out this week, but we will see. And as of action items, please share the survey with your network, like on social media or whatever channels you have. It will be very helpful to gather as many responses as possible. And that's it for release engineering. Are there any questions? I will take that as a no. If you have any questions, let us know on Slack, and I hand it over to the release team.
Hello, howdy. So the only major thing the release team is dealing with right now is that RC1 is currently blocked. We are waiting for a clear go or no-go signal from SIG Windows. Everybody has been tagged in it, but we haven't heard really much except one person saying they're not sure about whether or not to block release candidate for it. So I'm not particularly worried or bothered by this, since there was already discussion about whether or not we potentially wanted to delay RC1 for that Go security patch. We will figure it out, and I will raise a flag if I need help chasing these people down. It's still early in the US, so not panicking about this one yet. On the Go update, we may do another RC cut. So we'll have 3 RC candidates instead of 2. Well, 4, since we start counting those at 0. It depends on what the CVE is, and we will find out tomorrow when Go actually releases it. But otherwise, the release team is fine. A bunch of the release day media has already been scheduled. The webinar has already been scheduled. The release blog is being reviewed. The PR is open. We're okay.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you. Thank you for both for this update. One comment regarding which directly came into my mind, Marco, about the release engineering tasks. The update of the website is something we discussed it, but we can automate it away somehow. Maybe I can find the issue after this meeting.
Yeah, we discussed about that. It would be definitely nice to automate it. So I think this is also a good task if anyone would like to try doing it.
Cool. So if we don't have any further questions or comments regarding that, then we can directly jump over to the open discussions. So Marco, both points are yours.
Yeah, let me just find the unmute button. So the first topic, it is plan of refactoring the Relic stuff for the testing fair. We had a bunch of trouble with generating the jobs again. This is something that has been repeating for quite a few release cycle, maybe since 125 or something like that, maybe even prior to that. And basically the TLDR is that the key scripts are written in Python, and it makes very hard to run those scripts because you need to set up the environment properly, like to pull all dependencies, and there's that VM stuff and all that. And it's even the problem with Docker. Like there is a script to run those scripts in Docker and to prepare everything, but we had folks not being able to use that approach as well. So it's not the ideal situation, and we really often have problems with that. And the scripts are also very fragile. Like I have tried to change some of the test definition to add additional flags, and I run into issues that the script instantly started panicking, even if it was such a trivial change. Like I just added some more flags to the job. This is something that is hard to debug, and if you don't know Python very well, it can be Python is not that hard, but still, with all the jobs that we have, with all the stuff, it is not the ideal combination. So we should eventually refactor that. There are issues for that. I think that we should try to push harder for this moving forward, because we don't want to leave tech dev for upcoming release teams, and we want to finish this once for all the time. And I will try to push forward for those efforts. We have Danny from Microsoft, Jeremy's colleague, that has work in progress PR that is direct port of one of scripts written in Python to Go. And we also have from the release team side, sorry if I misspelled the name, but Fiam is interested to work on this, and I'm also interested. So we are going to try to take a look at all our scripts, how it all works. Like we have 2 tools. This is config forker, config rotator written in Go. We have 2 scripts written in Python that are invoking those tools. Like in an ideal scenario, how I anticipate this to look like is that we have one single Go CLI that is taking care of everything, and that we can plug additional logic as needed, instead of having multiple Go tools that are taking care of this. So this is the plan. It would be nice to finish it until RC1, not RC1, the next RC0. So we have several months left. So I will try to create some framework and create some initial thing, and then we can have folks join and work on the tool and try to finish it in the upcoming months. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Sounds like a plan. I mean now it's probably over, but have you considered getting additional or participating in additional mentoring programs like Google Summer of Code or stuff like that?
I didn't consider that, to be honest, because I think there are folks interested from the release engineering team and
Yeah.
from the release team. So I think it is okay to give them a chance to work on this. And I think this is not going to be too much of work. I think we just need to port this stuff to Go. And this is a little bit sensitive task because it requires the context knowledge about how our jobs works. So, and what do we exactly do when it comes to generating jobs? So there's that too.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. Are there any other questions, or I have just one more topic very quickly? Okay, the other topic. So it was posted in CK's infra channel last evening that there are two jobs related to artifacts and promo tools, and that are in a way owned by Releng. And they are running in the default cluster. With the default cluster going away like in August, we should migrate those jobs preferably as soon as possible. I have took a look into that. The migration, at least for one of them, should be relatively straightforward, and we can ask CCAD Folks to help. But the problem with that job, and this is the vuln check job, is that it is configured to run on the branch that doesn't exist anymore. So I'm not even sure if we need the job any longer. And there is the other job that someone should look into it to see if it is easy to migrate or not. So this is just an FYI to look into the Slack thread. If you have some context on this, it will be very appreciated so that we know how to proceed regarding that job.
Awesome. Thank you for pushing this topic forward.
I just want to make one comment on the default jobs running the default cluster. Yeah, I can help you out with that stuff. Just ping me when you're trying to make the change. There's a small number of Relens jobs that run there. I'm thinking of K-Promo because for some reason we do ED tests with the real service count key, so we could look into copying that key over or just regenerating it in the right place and running the job in the correct cluster. But yeah, that should be an easy change. We just need to spend half a day creating the right stuff in the right place.
Yeah, there's a little bit of trickery around service account, and I was trying to look into how all that works, and I didn't really manage to figure out everything. But let's stay in touch, and then we can figure it out if we
No, sounds
decide
good.
to migrate that job.
It's easy to migrate it. We just need to do the work.
Yeah.
Right. Any further topics, comments, or concerns? Anyone who would like to say hi?
Is anybody going to be at Open Source Summit North America?
I won't, but maybe others.
My talk submission got denied, so yeah, I won't be there either.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I'll be there so that I can run the release from a North American time zone. So if you're going to be in Seattle, come say hi.
Is it easier to run the release during the US working hours?
Um, enough of the people that I think that in an emergency I might need to get a hold of are in North America or will be for Open Source Summit North America that
Okay.
I was concerned about a risk of having to just pull an all-nighter. And it was an easy way to get my employer to pay to fly me to Seattle.
Oh, that's nice. Take advantage of that as much as you can.
Yeah, I didn't pay for that. Dell did.
I will be in Seattle, Cat.
Yay.
I'm gonna be. I have booth duty, but yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, well, I'll come bother you at your booth.
Okay, nice.
Awesome. Then have a lot of fun there. Last time I was in Seattle was around 2021. Or no, it was before 2020. I can't remember anymore. So a few
Was
years
it
ago.
the KubeCon Seattle?
No, it was just a usual US trip, and it was a West Coast trip, and we started in Seattle. Great city.
Ah, okay.
And we had snow, so which was uncommon
Oh.
for that time.
Oh, it was the year we got really bad snow.
2018.
That would have been like 2018.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, time flies. Cool. So then I wish you a wonderful rest of the week and enjoy. See ya. Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.